Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. So this is probably the last time I'm going to talk about this. So I've got nowhere with Team at Team YouTube on Twitter. I found it on YouTube, a way to get people to check your video if your appeal has been rejected. They've been playing this game with me where, so I had to follow them so they could DM me. Then they said that my channel has been taken off, the whole channel, and I couldn't never start another one, which scared the life out of me. Then I told them they made a mistake. Eventually, after another day, they came back and said, "Oh, check your DM," and I checked the DM, and it just had, "Yeah, sorry, we made a mistake. It's just the video strike, and the team had checked it, and you broke our hate speech policy," and that's it. And then when I say on the other outside the DM, they then say, "Yeah, check your DM for detail." There's no detail there. And that's why they want to do it in secret. Why they want to do it on DM to make out that they're actually dealing with the issue, but they're not. Because all I want is a quote from my video saying where I broke their hate speech policy, so I can correct it or understand or defend it. And I said to them in the last one that this is like, if you went into a court accused of something and you were given a judgment without any evidence being presented to you, and that's how it feels. It feels like I'm in a country where, and there are countries around in history and in reality, I believe, where there are judicial systems like that where you don't get actual evidence, you just get put in prison or in jail without ever knowing what you did. I mean, that's not justice, that's not democratic, and YouTube is founded in those countries where there is democracy and justice. And like I said to them, it needs to be fair, open and transparent. And I see on Google when I'm looking on these things that there's a lot of people, YouTubers complaining this. I know truthers, that they've had this problem as well, but getting strikes erroneously where they do a live chat and someone else, porn bombs them or whatever, or says something, and they get accused of it because they're running the live event. But it's really hurt me because it's exactly opposite what I'm about. I mean, yes, I talk about things that are maybe controversial, people don't like, because I'm questioning mainstream events or historical accuracy or things like that, or just, well, most of it's about inequalities and injustice around the world. But I'm always doing it in a very balanced way. I'm not a shock jock. I'm not someone who tries to get views by doing things like that. So it's really hurt me to be on the end of this and not be able to actually find out exactly what I said that they believe broke the hate speech policy. And there's no way of contacting them. There's no way of getting that evidence of to know whether, did I or didn't I? Because everyone else, other than that one person out of the 13 that pressed that button, because originally when they used to put videos on, back when I started 14 years ago, if there was a problem, it got chucked out straight away because they were checking them. Now they don't check them anymore. It's just other people when they hit the report button. Of course, that makes it very easy to become a target, which is what I feel like I've become. But obviously there was something in there where they could use their hate speech policy, which I would say would be a misuse of it, because if you listen to how I spoke, how I said things, I don't think there is. I think I spoke about in the second half historically, and in the first part, I was debating, like you get lots of programs on Discovery or what other channels where they talk about conspiracy theorists and 9/11. I don't know the truth. I'm just saying that to me, these things are questions that I can't see the answers to, that I haven't been given the answers to. I shouldn't have to be like Winston Smith from 1984, just believing everything just because I'm told this is the way it is, and you must not debate or question that. I believe that's part of my human rights, irrespective whether they're written down or not. Wherever you are, you should be able to have that freedom of expression, freedom of thought, freedom of speech. Those things, I thought, where YouTube is founded are sacrosanct, but without giving me any evidence, they're not, because I don't know whether you're just misusing or whether you're truly adhering to that policy. It just seems there's a bit of attack on me and sort of now makes me question, do I stay on YouTube? Do I open, which I probably am going to do on Facebook, a John Doyle Poems at YouTube there, and just put all my 2,000 videos on there for the day. I know they're already on LBRY and Odyssey. I'll put all the links for these things. But for the day that they do, I'll just keep putting videos on. But it just means I feel like I have to now be more careful about what I say, how someone listening is going to interpret that, and then someone who's going to give me a judgment without giving me any evidence is going to say that without any recourse. It just leaves me like frustrated with this, because I've been on YouTube and I'm there because it's the biggest video platform, and it's where if I want to, because the whole thing is what this is all about, is making people question things, making people understand things, making people, well, mainly to do with injustice and inequalities around the world that aren't on the media, that are only on occasionally, that I want people to think about the world that we live in, the system that we live in, that it could be different. That's what I'm all about. I'm exactly the opposite of hatred. I'm like, when I was an Ahmadi Muslim, I believed in that ethos of love for, hatred for none, and that's part of me. I don't hate anything. I mean, I hate injustice and inequality, obviously, but people or entities, well, not really, not unless it's all about making money and putting people in inequality and injustice. And then I think I have a right to question those things, because that's what humans do. If we don't do that, then we're just going to make the same mistakes over and over again. I think that's the problem with not having free debate. If I took the video I made to any court in the land, there's no way I would get tried for it, because there isn't any hate speech, I believe. Nothing there. There's just conjecture, and there's just debate and some history that is accurate. But I guess these things aren't allowed on YouTube anymore. Well, I mean, I'm not the only one. I just don't know. So I'll just have to have these other sites ready for the day where they decide that my voice isn't to be heard, which is a shame, because I've always been on YouTube and liked being on YouTube. And if they just sent me a quote of where I didn't adhere to their policy, then I would be happy. I could change it if I feel that it doesn't censor me, if I believe that they're correct, because maybe they are. But without them telling me, how do I know? Take care, take it easy, God bless, and peace.